So about a year and a half ago, I decided that I was going to get back into skateboarding. I was super unhappy at the job I was working at that was kind of preventing me from skateboarding. I gained a ton of weight and was just not happy with myself. So I quit that job and decided to start skating as much as I could and just dedicate myself to becoming the best skateboarder that I possibly could be. But having gained a bunch of weight, gravity was not my friend, and so this took a huge toll on my body, and over time, skateboarding started destroying my knees to the point that I would have to take a day or multiple days just to recover, just to be able to skate barely at all. But I was determined to not give up on skateboarding again, and so I started doing research to figure out what was going on with my knee and what I could actually do about it so that I wouldn't have to let go of skateboarding again. Some of you may have a similar experience where you get like shooting pain across like the front of your knee, like right there. It's called patellar tendonitis or jumper's knee, and it's really common with skateboarders because we do that jumping movement over and over again each time we ollie or kickflip, whatever it is. We put a lot of stress on our knees, and so in today's video I want to show you what has helped me to actually overcome my patellar tendonitis so that I can have healthy knees and skate as much as I want. So first thing we got to do is just head to the skate park and get warmed up for the day. So over the last year, I've learned a lot about taking care of my knees. And I don't want to bore you with like all the details. I'm just going to cut straight to what I think is going to be the most helpful and most practical thing. This is something that I do every day before I go skate. And at times I've stopped doing it and my knees have gotten worse. And immediately after I start doing it again, my knees start to feel better every single day. And today I had a really long session and never had at any moment any sort of knee pain or moments where I was really like afraid of hurting my knee. So I'll go ahead and just like tell you what it is. It's called knee flossing, and it's kind of a weird name, but basically what it is, you can buy these floss bands on Amazon for like somewhere between like $20 or $30. I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out and see if you want to get one yourself. But basically what you do is you just take the smaller one and you wrap it around your patella tendon at the bottom of your knee, and then you take the thicker one and you wrap that above the top of your kneecap. So I'm no doctor or anything, but basically what this does is it's called tacking. So it's holding your knee tendons and muscles in place, and then what you do is you do squats with your heels up on something. Personally, I use just like weights. You can use a book or like a 2x4, really anything to just get your heels up in the air. What that does is that takes pressure off of your knees, so that way when you're doing the squat, it's stretching out your kneecap. So you've got one tack above, one tack below your knee, holding your ligaments and your tendons in place. So that way when you bend down and you do a squat with your heels elevated, it pretty much just helps stretch out that whole area. And they call it flossing because you're pulling that tendon tight. And what that does is as you go through this range of motion, it can help break down scar tissue, and it ends up leaving your knee feeling super good and just super healthy afterwards. So all I do each day before I go skate, I do 10 squats with my heels elevated, with the floss bands wrapped around my right leg. So I do 10 on the right, 10 on the left, and then from there I'm pretty much good to go. If you want to learn like more about this, I'm gonna link a video below so you can learn more. The reason I got into this is because of this guy called Knee Over Toes guy. He's on Instagram, he's really big right now. I did his program to get my knees back on track when they were in their worst shape ever, just because skateboarding so much, especially when you're overweight and you just jump all the way back in, it takes a huge toll. And so I needed something really extra to help get my knees back on track. So I would definitely recommend his program. But doing that program honestly has changed everything for my knees, and now I just do this squat knee flossing technique once a day and my knees feel amazing. So really stoked to have knees that work and that don't hurt and that I can really skate as much as I want. I want to try and do a trick that I've never really figured out, and that's a back disaster. I can do the front side disasters, but the back side ones have never really made sense. I'm just really not too good at transition. So today I'm gonna work on getting the front disaster and the back disaster, and hopefully that doesn't take too long, and then we'll be able to get a bunch more tricks in the session. So let's get some more skating. Alright guys, super fun session today. I just really appreciate you guys watching and supporting me. I hope that these knee tips can help somebody out there. Again, I'm going to leave links in the description below to the Knee Over Toes guy YouTube video about flossing your knee, as well as the link to get the floss bands if you want to take action to start working on fixing your knees. I would definitely check those out. But other than that guys, thank you so much for watching. Make every single day a Friday. You can get a Friday shirt, first link in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.